Hello everyone, in this video I will demonstrate a bypass of a passcode, pattern unlock, or a password on most recent Samsung Galaxy phones. This demonstration utilizes a non-rooted bootloader extraction. Okay, so for this portion of the video, we're going to demonstrate how to plug the phone in so we can dump the data. So here's a Galaxy S4. The customer forgot the password, or the daughter set the password. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but in any case, the password is unknown. As you can see, I'm going to try to enter some numbers. I don't know the password. The only way to actually get into this phone is to do a physical extraction. So here's Cellebrite. This is XRY. We're going to not use XRY today. We're going to focus mainly on Cellebrite. So let's just remove the back from this phone. And first thing we have to check is the polarity on the batteries. So at least we know where the plus and minus is, so we can hook up our terminal cables for power. We cannot rely on the battery power alone. That's mainly because when the data is being dumped, it doesn't charge the battery. So the extraction might fail halfway through. So let's just plug the cables in slowly. Here's the plus. I just need the two minus ones. This one here, and this one here. And gotta secure them with a piece of tape so they don't move. It's not necessary, but I like to do this for safety. Okay, so that's being secured. Let's flip it over here. And now we're gonna apply power to these cables. Now nothing's on the screen obviously because it's just like putting a battery in. So we're gonna use cable 133. This is a special cable for Samsung. It actually invokes the bootloader, because this is a forensic extraction, so we don't want to modify the phone. So as soon as you plug it in, the phone will go into download mode. Now the phone is ready. We're just going to plug it into UFED and go over to the next screen and start the extraction. Okay, here we are in the Cellebrite UFED screen. Under normal circumstances, we would simply plug the phone in, the phone will be detected, as I can demonstrate here. And once it's detected, we can go forward. Now, this is a GSM phone because we're in Canada, not a CDMA. But then you can go further. You can do extractions, but let's go back. Let's say we don't know what model it is. Not always it gets detected. So you can just type in the name. You can type in Samsung. You can see there's lots of different Samsung phones. There's about 63 pages of these, and most of these can be extracted fully via physical extraction. That will give you everything, including deleted data and passwords. Here's one S5, for example. So let's remove that. Now we know that this is SGH I337M, so we're going to type it in. We're going to select it, do a physical extraction because we want the password. We go in through a bootloader, and this is all good. We can click next here. It just tells you what to do. We already did all this, so we're good to go. So we click continue. And now UFED is going to try to read the phone's information. So it's going to try to figure out, is this the correct phone? This is the next step. The next step is going to ask me to remove the battery and put the battery back in. In our case, we have to unplug the power, plug the power back in. So here we are. We're just going to pull the cable. That's going to disconnect the phone, and you plug it back in. As soon as you do that and the download screen shows up, you can click continue. Okay, now it's reading the phone's information, and once you see initializing, that means the extraction is about to start. Now we're going to speed this process up. This actually takes about 2 hours. Even though it's going to show on the very bottom it takes 30 minutes, it does not. It's about 2 hours from this point on. And it should start right about now. There it is. Now it's dumping the data from the chip into a binary file. Okay, the extraction is almost completed. It's coming to an end right here, and we are done. Okay, so what we left with is a bin file of the entire memory chip and a UFED file. By double clicking the file, we open UFED Physical Analyzer. This will load the file in, extract all the data, and present it to you, such as text messages, MMS, chats, pictures, whatnot. Just gonna load here now. Okay, there we are. So this is all the data we were extracted from the phone, including the pin code. The pin code is right there in the middle of the screen. You can see pin code. Let me just zoom in here quickly so you can see where the pin code is. Now I want to point out that this is a forensic sound extraction. There's no routing involved in this phone. This phone goes back to the customer exactly how they brought it here. There's no modification whatsoever. And that is the whole point of using UFED. Would this case go to court, that is exactly what we would have to do, plus do complete documentation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's go test this pin code. Let's see if it's the correct pin code. So now that we extracted the password, we can give it to the customer, but before we do that, we gotta test it, make sure this is the correct password. And there it is. We're into the phone. Data has not been wiped. Obviously I can't show any of the data because it belongs to the customer, but this is their phone.